Anybody can be Christians and sing songs when the sun is shining. It doesn't take much faith to give God glory when all your bills are paid. You don't have to be real strong to shout hallelujah when everything is well in your life. But when the bottom falls out, when sickness comes, when trials and difficulties come, when your health starts to fail, when your children break your heart, when persecution comes just because you're trying to do the right thing, when difficulties, tough times, hard days, long nights, it is then that your faith kicks in to let you know that he's a very present help in the time of trouble. Those of us who read the Bible will remember the psalmist was struggling with that. And he said, my steps were almost gone. I wish I had a Bible reading. And my feet had well nigh slipped. When I saw how the wicked were prospering and the righteous were suffering, I called on the Lord, and I went to the left and I went to the right, and God seemed distant and quiet, and I did not get an answer until I went in the sanctuary. And brothers and sisters, the sanctuary doesn't necessarily have to be Lily Grove. Because if you are a child of God in your own house, I wish I had somebody to help me. In your office, in your classroom, in your wherever you are, you ought to set up a sanctuary, a secret place, or somewhere you can go and call on the Lord to get your perspective. This word this morning is for somebody going through tough times, for somebody struggling just to keep your head above water. You're smiling just to keep from crying. You're coming to church, but there's still some aches and pains in your body. You're doing the best you can, but you put 1 foot forward and 2 steps are made backwards. You're trying, but things don't seem to be quite working out the way you planned. You thought you'd be in a different place at this season in your life. And it looks like you've been praying and calling on the Lord and teaching Sunday school and reading the Bible and doing your devotion and listening to preaching. You're doing everything right, but you're still suffering. I've got some good news for you. Well, I got some bad news for you as well. Now, which one do you want first, the good news or the bad news? Well, let me give you the bad news first. You may not get out of it right away. But the good news is he'll show up. Yes, he will. He will come through. And just because he hasn't come through already does not mean he's not coming through at all. The Lord will make a way. I wish I had 1 or 2 more witnesses who can help me testify that I've been down to my last dime, but the Lord stepped in right on time. I never thought I'd be where I am right now, but look where the Lord has brought me from.